my name is Deborah. I actually just wanted to see if I could get a comment. There's a lot of conversation around, the international talent. Certainly, I think the panelists definitely gave a really good, explanation behind the need to sort of look at international students. But one of the things that strikes me, and I'm just interested to sort of hear from you about it, is there are other states that have actually sort of addressed their need for talent by looking at the existing immigrant pools that are there. So they're foreign educated individuals. I think it was the Brookings Institute put out a report that said that over the last 20 years, there's been an increase in terms of the education levels of individuals that are coming here to the United States. And so they're post-secondary qualified. They're individuals that have bachelor's, master's degrees. There are states that have policies that are actually looking at potentially like, how come it is that individuals can't get into regulated occupations? What are those barriers, and how do we actually address those through policy changes that can actually help integrate this talent? So I was just curious if anybody could comment on maybe what this region is doing, or if there's conversations that are happening around trying to address it maybe on a policy level, to sort of say, look, we do have a number of individuals that reside here, that are legally able to work here, that are permanent residents, that we want to keep in this area, and how is it that we can actually better utilize them through potential policy discussions?
Jake, do you have any information on that? I know that there's a lot going on now. We're trying to take people with credentials and giving them the equivalent of a U.S. credential.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a lot of ways to answer that question. The first thing I'll point out is the report which we talked about in the tie back to the international students addresses a critical misalignment challenge. But what the Clinton Foundation wants to do, what we want to do in partnership with others, is really start exploring how we connect people in our own communities to those opportunities of better alignment, because there are a lot of those folks. So that's kind of first. The second is, I think better overall planning can lead to better talent representation. So something that's been somewhat public that Team EO has worked with the Fund for Economic Future and NOACA, the regional planning organization, on from a policy perspective is we recognize as a region we have some challenges. We don't have the building inventory that companies need to grow here. We have aging infrastructure in the core that funds are being pushed out further and further we're not addressing. And we also have this talent pool here that to take someone from the central neighborhood and get them out to a good job opportunity in Solon could take 90 to 120 minutes each way and 48 bus stops. I mean, it's an impractical thing to do to get to an opportunity, when you're living in the central neighborhood. So working with NOACA, working with the fund, we're thinking about how do we create job hubs focused on traded industries that looks at, one, the needs of employers, two, existing infrastructure, things like RTA lines, and three, workforce who has some of the skills, but maybe not all the skills associated with these opportunities. How do we get them that next set of skills that takes their existing base of skills, upskills them a bit, and creates good job opportunities for the region, while also addressing some of our labor force shortages. So I hope that's the type of thing you're talking about. And it's something I think that's been done in a somewhat siloed approach, but there's a lot of momentum around that right now.
And I know that Ohio Means Jobs is actually going through a process right now where they're going to actually do a skills assessment for people, where it will give employers kind of a baseline understanding of the knowledge of an individual applying for a job.
Can I just jump in for a second? I think that the big elephant in the room for your question is the huge, immensely inefficient and broken immigration system that this country has. So it's something that cannot be fixed at the city level. But to get an agent, so you have permanent residents, which I think that they have the skills, and I do think, I haven't seen numbers, but I do think that, I agree with you. I think that I saw 40% of the skilled migrants of the world are in the United States. So there is a huge capital here to exploit. And I think that permanent residents, they can work easily. And I don't know if there's mismanagement there, but you have a huge vast of people that could be here on H-1B visas that are incredibly hard to get. They are incredibly expensive. Lawyers have made business out of them, making millions of dollars a year. And they are limited on time, so it creates a lot of uncertainty both for the migrants and for the firms to hire these people. So many firms won't hire migrants if they have to go through this H-1 visa process. That's a fact, and also anecdotally, I have friends that are very skilled and very capable. Most of them came from Venezuela, which they basically had to escape from there. They struggled for years to find a way to stay in this country, and these are people who are, they want to do it legally, and they're doing it legally, but it's very hard. So you have a huge broken system. It's very costly for firms to hire these immigrants who have the skills. And then you have a system that doesn't look at all at skill, doesn't look at all at it's like one rule for everybody, as opposed to countries that have better examples of how migration policies should work, like Canada or Australia, in which they actually make it easy for the firms and for the migrants to work and not like impossibly hard like in these countries do.